Just do a small live stream, just to say hello, really, and I want to talk about a few plans for next year. We will talk in more detail about it. It's just kind of just putting it out there at the moment, I suppose, and just talking to a few people to see what they think. Um, so yeah, mainly as you know, we start work with Calvin Day, on Calvin Day this year for next year. Particularly in writing to the TDs. We have a list of where we're starting and where we're going to end. Um, so that's basically it, and where we're at the moment. But yeah, I just wanted to talk. So when we get a few people in here, we'll talk more on Saturday about it. I think Saturday will be a lot better. We just sit down and talk about it. We have my moderator here, so we'll be able to talk about it in more detail. But we just basically talk about it now, and I ask if anybody has any questions about it. We talk about it, but I wait for a few people to get on, because it obviously it's going to be a big thing next year. Let's be honest, it is going to be a huge thing, Calvin Day next year. So again, we're at this stage now where we have very little done because we need to get feedback from people on what they think what they think the next direction should be. So yeah. So that's that. So we have one person watching. Hello, hello. I probably should have looked on my phone because it's quite hard to see the screen from there. I'm not going to lie. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So we have not. Hello. The comment just came up there. Would you please since the thumbs on. Hello, Bernard. How are you doing? Do you think to be a London lockdown? Looks very likely, especially when they came up with this idea of whatever variant they called, the Manhattan variant or whatever. They came up, randomly came out of nowhere, and they're just like, it probably it does look like that way, especially with this new variant. It does look like that. But yeah, I hope everybody's keeping well. What day are we at? Monday. It's Monday night. It's Monday, just for nearly 12 o'clock. I know a lot of people said 8 to 10 is the best time. Unfortunately, I didn't get time. I was hoping to do it at 9. Didn't get time. So I'm here now, I'm afraid. So my apologies about that. I wanted to do it at 9, but I couldn't get around to it. But hopefully Saturday we'll do it early morning, or late evening. We'll talk about it. But we need a good few people in to talk about it and the thing. But again, it's just open. So if you have any questions about Calvin Day next year, again, it's just we're kind of just working at the fine print, I suppose, at the moment. We have made a start on it, which is good. We have made a start on what we're first plan. Man, it's going on. OT at Fear game again. Well, to be totally honest, they were always at it, so they don't need to go at it again because they were always at it. Like literally for the last 2 years they've been at it. So it's very little difference. Maybe they're going up a bit. Maybe they're going up another level. But they've always been at it. They really have been always at it. Especially News Talk. But at least now News Talk won't get bombarded in the comment sections with dislikes. So they're a bit happy now. They're a bit happier now. News Talk. I don't know which is worse, OT and News Talk. Don't know because they're really just getting to a level of News Talk where you don't know what to say. But anyway, so the main thing really just talking about this stream too. I don't mind anybody else asking me anything else. I have no problem with that at all. So don't be afraid to ask anything else. But if anybody has any questions about Calvin Day, I know. So I will say we're waiting to 155 TDs. We'll be starting that in March. We have the list at the moment of where we're starting, which we're starting in Donegal, and we're working our way down to write to all the TDs, to wish us a happy Calvin Day. I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, and it's going to cost us a bomb to do that, but sure, look at madness, But again, if you have any questions to tell, but that's the stage we're at. We've just got the names of all the TDs, the constituency, where we're starting from point A to point B. So yeah, we won't be starting. We obviously won't start writing them until March, because we have to write 155 of them, which is a lot. And we have to see if we have other things planned along with that. So yeah, so if you have any questions, again, I'm an open book, because again, a lot of this needs to be discussed with the channel and with people on the channel. It has to be discussed about whether they think is the best option on this, on that, and the other, and this, that, and the other, because we have big plans, but it's just implementing them. It's just kind of doing it. That's the thing. It's going to be hard, and especially with uncertain of what could happen next year. Very uncertain, especially now with this threat of lockdown and things like that. Because we were hoping, and the idea, once I just say what happened before I saying it, because I will forget what I'm saying. But at the start of Calvin Day in 2020, we were hoping to have all the Calvin people come back from abroad and to reunite with their families, and you'll have a big celebration, I suppose, something like Flaco or Helen. But hopefully, maybe this year, please God, we can do that, and people can come to Cavan. So yeah. Are you anywhere near Ballyjim stuff? Great place. I lived there for a few years. County Cavan's a lovely county. I hope you get to TD. But I will, hopefully, please God. But I'm not near Ballyjim stuff. I'm a good bit of distance away. I'm near Baltobit, just outside Cavan town. I'm not a million miles away, but it's a good journey away Ballyjim stuff from here. But I'm still not a million miles away. But hopefully, yeah, it's really nice Ballyjim stuff's nice up there. The Cavan County Museum is really good. I have to go there again someday. Maybe we do a video there someday. If I forget to chats, because this is good. They have a nice project there called the Rivers of Cavan. If you're near Ballyjim stuff at the moment, or anybody's going through Ballyjim stuff, just stop in and have a look. It's a nice project. They have explained. And then especially the World War One trenches. Actually, speaking of Ballyjim stuff, they won a big award from the local Towery Awards. Ballyjim stuff for the best history performance for the First World War expeditions. Obviously, they have big trenches out the back. Reenacting World War One. Sorry, I wasn't a huge rat there, but yeah. But hopefully, yeah, we get to be a TD someday, and it'd be great fun. It'd be great, Pat. Hello, Bitman. How you doing? Hope you're keeping well. This Tuesday. This Tuesday. So yeah. So I'll probably not have many people, but anyway. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. But we will be live again. I don't know the time. Well, we'll be live Saturday, isn't it Saturday? So I don't know the time Saturday we'll be live, but again, that's really, we have to try and work out the details, and it's going to be huge thing we have to try and talk about it, but we do need feedback. That's the same thing, I suppose, on Saturday. But again, it's just kind of, if you have any questions or any ideas, we have a book now to write things in. So don't be afraid to ask. I know again it's very late, and again I did want to do this at 9, but couldn't get a chance, couldn't get away. So yeah. So yeah, there's not really much else to talk about, but so if you have anything at all, anybody wants to talk about, yeah, so yeah. The name of this stream was a bit, I don't know what you would call it, enticing, I suppose. Enticing is the word too. But yeah, because it's south now. Let me see. Sorry, 1 second. How did you get involved with Cavendish? That's a good question. So it's a long story behind it, so I probably will go on for an hour, but it is a huge long story. So first of all, the first time I heard of Cavendish was early. When was it? Around December, November 2019. It was talked about, and I was very interested. To be totally honest, I was very, very interested at the time when I first heard about it. I said it could do very well, and I did say it would be great to do it. And that's way before it even was implemented. Obviously, they were working out the fine detail for 2020. And again, I got involved with it. I was going to go to the opening night. We're having the public meeting. This is before COVID came along and everything like that. This was around February. They were having a public meeting about it. And I didn't go to that, but I was very interested. I was always observing it. And particularly too, because I said it could be so much more, and particularly when we did meet at one stage, and it was said, with the whole restrictions came and everything, that it wasn't possible to do what we originally intended to do, have people coming back from abroad, who are originally from Cavan, from New Zealand and other countries, to come back to Cavan for Cavan Day, to reunite with their families and things like that. It wasn't feasible because the restrictions, when COVID restrictions were in. And basically that just threw all the plans down the toilet. And it was a last minute, this is 2020, it was a last minute act, and it went very, very well. 10 million people seen it across the world, which was very, very good. But so the first time I really got involved was that, and I was interested straight away because obviously I never shut up about Cavan, so it was right up my alleyway, to be totally honest. So yeah, it was good, and we done very, very well, especially because nobody I mean, literally nobody. I was the only one who kind of said, we could do a bit more with it. We could actually, we could go the extra mile, and I don't think they could understand, uh, how much it could bring in positivity wise and things like that. Again, I'm kind of a fishery in that sense. But I could see the potential, and it was, and again, I was proven right that there was great potential. 18 million views from 2020 to 2021, 18 million views, and 18 million people around the world seen it. Um, so I was proven right, wasn't I? I was proven right because I said, it could be more. It could be more than what they said because they said only a few people were getting involved in 2020, and they said it wasn't really worth nearly in a way doing it, because obviously with the lockdowns and things like that nobody expected, even myself, I didn't expect it to blow into, like go above and beyond what anybody expected. 10 million people around the world seeing it in level 5 lockdown. Um, and we managed to get it trending on Twitter, and it was the most trended topic that week in Ireland on Twitter. Um, like, try and comprehend that. Try and comprehend that during the level 5 lockdown, how we could do that. How could it be done? It was impossible, but we done it. We really, really did done it. And it was great to see. It was one of the greatest moments of my life, and especially 2021 was a great moment too. But yeah, that's a long day. I don't know if that explained it, but I could go on for an hour. But I'm not going to go any further on because I'll be here about 2 hours or 3 hours explaining it. I could explain many more things, but we'll talk about it. But Saturday we will do it. Saturday I have to work out the time. Hopefully early morning or so. We'll do it Saturday. We'll talk about it and we'll see what it is. I know I'll probably do a video at the same time Saturday. We'll probably take an extract out of it, and upload it for people just to have a shorter version. Those two. 66% my phone's on. Great country, and my phone just keeps going. But so yeah. So unfortunately, not many people did come on today. Unfortunately, I was hoping to have a few people on so we could discuss about it, but you can't have it out. You can't have both ways, I'm afraid. Unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully Saturday we have a lot of people on. We'll be able to talk about it and talk in detail about it, because we have a lot of plans. But it's just about what the people think, how do they think it's going to work, and things like that. So yeah. I don't know. I was hoping there would be a few more people, but anyway. So I suppose notifications too is a bit awkward on YouTube too. Thoughts on the new variant? I say it's just, to be totally honest, I don't really believe them. I don't believe them. I don't believe them with the new variant. I really just don't believe them. That's just putting it straight. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. As Victor Meldrew always say. I don't believe that there is a new variant. To be totally honest with you, whatever about COVID or whatever, I don't believe there's a new variant. I honestly don't. I know maybe that sounds like a conspiracy theorist, but I just don't buy it, to be totally honest. I don't buy the new variant. Especially because they're trying to sell it to us. It's like a market, when you're selling cattle or something like that. They're trying to sell you. It's like, trying to sell it, and they try for you to believe it or whatever. But again, you couldn't trust Stephen Donnelly and the rest of them. So yeah. Like usually when they say something, it's the opposite of what they say, to be totally honest. Still waiting for the cabin ferry. They'll probably come up with that sooner or later. Wouldn't be surprised if they actually would. I probably should put on a community tab of them live. Maybe somebody might see it, because I don't know if notifications went out. Just put on my, just say I'm live. Just to say I'm live. Just so maybe some other people might join us. To have a little chat. But yeah, so again, it's very hard, especially when there's very few people. It's very hard to kind of just talk, I suppose, because you feel like you're talking to yourself. But yeah, I know it feels very awkward. Let's put it that way. But sure, look at. But I say Saturday. Let me think what time. Saturday. Where's my other yoke? I actually do it on my phone, but instead of writing it down, sure, look at it. Do it on my phone. Calculator. Now we do what a calculator. What's tonight's topic? It was basically just talking about Calvin Day next year. That's really what it was about. Like it was originally planning to do this the 11th of December, so we'll do it this Saturday, the 4th of December, instead of. What time should we say? Sorry, so say around 12 o'clock or so. Yeah. 12 o'clock or so Saturday. Yeah, it should be fine. Should be fine. Yeah, so we do it. So keep that in mind. At 12 o'clock, around 12 o'clock, I will make time. But so that I will be here for.
Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing?
Clicking on the video. My apologies. So yeah, I know, but it's very awkward, especially when you're here. But sure, look at So yeah, any questions or anything, just so I keep myself busy at this stage. We stay live in about 12:30. I don't think we're going to get many people on, unfortunately. I was hoping to speak about Calvin Day and to speak about what we're planning next year, which what can you do? We're waiting Saturday. Hopefully, please God, we have a good few people, and at least 10 people or so, so we can get a bit of feedback, I suppose, on what the plans are at the moment. I suppose that's the main thing. I could do it in video, but I'd rather get people's live reaction to it and maybe suggestions, and we can talk about it, because that's what needs to be done, talk about it. So yeah, that's what needs to be done. Yeah, I just put it up on my community tab. What budget are you working off? Again, that's the thing. That's the thing. We don't know yet. Like again, it's a long story, but we don't know yet. We have a bit to work on for start. We have a small amount to work on in the beginning, but hopefully I will always put because again I hope to have put as much money as I can into it. I really do. I have asked for overtime. Not likely that it's going to be given to me, which is unfortunate at any stage. But I have asked for it. Not likely. Very unlikely that we given overtime. So yeah, we probably have to seek Neo Calvin. This is a long way in the distance, September. We probably have to seek a few donations, and that's that's something that I really never wanted to do. But we might have to just ask people just to donate a tenner if they can. Again, we don't know yet, but I hope that I have enough money to put to pay for the amount of things we're going to do for Calvin Day, because it's going to cost us a lot. It's going to cost me a lot, and I hope that it'd be very that I won't have to go to people again. I won't know. Again, this is not talking about setting up money or anything like that, but that's a long way away. I hope to have a good bit saved up, because I will save up as much as humanly possible, so that I won't have to go and ask people for it. So hopefully we'll have a good bit by probably April or May, and we'll be able to walk from there, and we'll be able to tell how much we need. Again. But at the moment in time, it's just talking about, is this plan okay to go ahead with? Do you think this would be good for Cavan? Do you think we do this, we do that, we do the other? But yeah, we have a decent bit. We have about 250 here at the moment towards it. Again, it's the start. It's a start. It's the start to build it up. I suppose that's the main thing. What's this? I know that probably doesn't. That probably was a long congregate that. So, So yeah, but hopefully, please God, we won't have to go for ask people for donations. That's the one thing I don't want to do. Will it be in person or online again? Again, that's the thing I was talking about there. We don't know. We simply said we don't know. We simply don't know. It's impossible to say. It really is impossible to say that we could do it. But I do plan to do something for the channel. Kind of a Kahoot thing for questions about Cavan. We have hopefully the big plan is to have a cash prize for number 1 and number 2 and number 3. The people come first, second and third. And people in the channel can add to it. Again, that's just another stage of wiping. Again, this is the second stage. We have to wipe to the TDs. That's the fourth stage. The second stage is sorting the Kahoot out and hopefully having the funds to pay, to give to the people who win, first or second place and things like that. So yeah, again, we hope to do that. That's what we hope to do for the channel. That's what we plan to do for the channel. Because there's many stages, and again, this is the thing. It's a long Kahooted. It's a lot of plans. That's what it is. Not just the TDs went to all the TDs and Dáil Éireann. It's about the Kahoot thing, and then it's other things that we have planned along the way. So it's a long Kahoot, and I needed a lot of people here just to talk to them about it and to speak and just basically to say what we have in our head, because there's not really much point in saying everything now and trying to say to people, this is what we're planning to do, because I want a good few people here so that they understand and I suppose can ask me questions live on what we're planning to do. But as I said, hopefully we won't, because it will cost an almighty amount of money to do this. It will cost an almighty. It cost me €400 to do it this year. I paid for Twitter ads and things like that to promote it on Twitter. And I paid for the things, for the promotional items too and things like that. But again, it will be probably over that next year. It will be far over that. So yeah, Kahoot game, like take for example, first place gets €500 or something like that's what we hope to do, and second place gets €300, and then maybe first place, the third place, sorry, my apologies, €100. If that's feasible, or we can try and do something like that. And then we might ask maybe a business in Cavan, would they mind maybe giving us a hamper or something that we can send to somebody. We have to iron out all the details, because I don't know which business would be willing, because obviously I'd be willing to pay them to give us the hamper or whatever. But I suppose, again, it's kind of ironing out all the details and getting feedback from people on what they think. Because it is a long Kahooted thing, and it would take a long time to explain. Like literally would take me about a half an hour just to explain to everybody, and especially cause this is why I'm not really explaining it all, because I have a lot of grand plans, but it's just about having the people here just to say, and making suggestions on how we could improve it and how we could do better and what we could do to do this and to do that and to do the other. So yeah, and sorry, it's a long Kahooted thing. It is long Kahooted, and it will take a long time to explain to people what we're planning to do. So that's why we're here in December talking about Cavan Day, when it's in next September. So we're ahead of the pack. Let's put it that way. But yeah, it's unfortunate nobody really joined because it take a long time to explain Friday. It take a long time to explain Saturday. So I do recommend anybody listening to me now or hearing me later on to please try and make an effort to be here Saturday at least, for even just to hear the first few bits of what I have to say. So because we will talk, and obviously we'll have my editor that's helping me out here, talking to me too about talking to us and talking to me, and we talk together about what we're planning to do and everything like that. And we can get feedback, and again, this is the main thing, we need feedback from people on what they think. That's the main thing. But it's still a good bit away, but it's just like getting the feedback and what we could do. So yeah. Need to see something. Sorry. 93. Oh yeah, Kahoot, it's a good idea, yeah. Yeah, we think it would work very well. Say about 50 questions or so. All about CAF and things like that. But there is another thing too. How would we tell if somebody wanted, say, that was looking up the apps on Google or something like that? We need to just, I don't know, try and, I don't know, again, it's all has to be ironed out and we have to talk about it and how we to do it. And again, the Kahoot has to be made, and we have to get pictures and things like that for Kahoot. For if we again, we are going to do that, help out in doing the Kahoot thing for something for the community here. So yeah, we have to get it made up and everything like that, so it's going to take a good bit of an effort to do that too. So yeah. So any questions? When will you launch a dog campaign? Well, it'd be a good while before we think about that, but it'd be probably county council level first. So the council level probably 2024. Or probably early 2023. To be totally honest. So yeah, we'll see the local authority first, and maybe then move up to TD. That's if I do get elected as councillor. I won't. If I don't get elected first time, I won't run again, and that's as with that. I might run maybe in the future after that for Dáil, but if I don't get elected as a county councillor, I won't be just constantly going back. So it's can be all or end all, I suppose. So we wait when that time comes anyway, because that's going to take a lot to do. We see what happens when that comes anyway. So yeah. So yeah. I really do hope so, but yeah, it's a good bit of way. I suppose it's not really at the front set of my mind, I suppose, and what it was when it's coming. But I will think about it obviously when the time comes, because we have to think about the main thing at hand, the main thing that's coming up soon. So it's going to be difficult, and let's be honest, but it will be difficult because there's a lot of county councils that have been there years and they have hardcore supporters. So yeah. And it's going to be a long time before they get moved. So. Just the around. Stream. Right, sorry, so we still only have one person watching, unfortunately. I was hoping we have a few more people so we can at least get a bit of feedback now. I put up a community post there just about we're going to go live on Saturday at 12. Just just to let people know. So hopefully a few people see that and be here on Saturday. Um, so yeah. So other than that, I don't think we stay much longer. We stay another 10 minutes in because there's not really much else I can really say with very few people here, and because we do need a good lot of people here to talk about it. And again, I can't stress that enough, but because there'll be people coming in to be like, what's going on and things like that. So yeah, I just check something for a second. Yeah, 1 second. Sorry about that. Is there anything else? Anybody messaging? No, anything. So yeah, anybody have anything to post in the here? Don't be afraid to talk. Don't be afraid to ask me anything or talk. Oh. And keep being paranoid at the chat. It's not working. It is working. So yeah, I'm just kind of sitting here looking at the camera, but look at what can you do? We stay an hour and a half. I'm sure we look at if somebody comes in to come in. I think we'll call it there, Usher. There's not really much anything else we can say or can do. So yeah, hopefully, I know it was a bit boring, my apologies. I was hoping there would be a bit more people. I should look at it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway. Ugh. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you everybody for being here. If you are watching this video, make sure to be here Saturday. Thank you.